Last time we talked, I thought we were like a day or two before rolling out the bikes, and then of course we got into real winter weather again.
Yes.
But last time we were talking about having stationary bikes in your home. So this week we're talking about getting your bike pretty much a tune-up before you break it out. So take a look at this piece. Well, we're back at Middletown Cycling, and of course, their goal is to keep you physically fit, and one way you can do that is by biking, biking, and biking. When we were here before, we were talking about finding the right type of shoe. We also talked about how you could put this very unique piece on your bike where it was stabilized and you could ride inside of your home just like on a Peloton or something, but it's your own bike. So now we know we're getting closer to getting outside, and everybody's getting cabin fever, and if you want to get out on your bike, we don't want you to just open the door, put air in your tires, and go ride. Just like your car, you need to have it serviced. So Nira, we're back with you again. So we're here talking about bike service, and what does that include, and why should you have it done?
In general, like if a bike just sits around for a while, the tires deflate. Sometimes the tires get dry rotted depending on the amount of time it hasn't been serviced or ridden, and you just want to come in around this time of the year before the season starts to make sure that everything on your bike is in working order, in tip-top shape, and ready for you to ride. One of the things that we recommend is a yearly tune-up. We offer different kinds of options. We have the entry-level one, the basic tune-up. It starts at $79.99, and it goes up from there depending on what kind of service you need. The basic tune-up covers your checking off your chain, the lubrication, truing of your wheels, making sure, all the pivot joints or wherever it requires tightening, like the seat post clamp, the headset, they're all tightened, the gears all work and are adjusted, the brakes work, the brakes are adjusted, and basically just a quick cleanup and get it ready for the road.
One thing that I always struggle with, Nira, is just like when I'm getting ready to ride my bike and knowing the quality of my tires. I can tell on my car, of course, you can look at the tread and how low it's getting, but how do you make that determination with a bike? Because sometimes you just don't have those kind of indications.
Absolutely. There is no such thing as put a quarter in and or penny in on bicycle tires, unfortunately, but some telltale signs you can say is the sidewalls are kind of getting thinner. The nipples, like you see here, they're kind of gone, and obviously you will definitely, the treads on these bicycle tires are so small that you'd obviously notice it. But it's the best thing to come in is to come and see us, and we can take a look at it. We don't charge for inspection, and we'll always are giving you free estimates, and it's up to you to go forward and do the repair. But we would give you an estimate, we'd give you an idea of what it might cost to repair something, and we're always here to get your bike at least checked out to make sure that it's in good condition.
And I know something else that you all are very good at is that's in terms of making sure that your bike is, at the right level, the right height for you. And why is that so important?
Very important. You have to remember if your saddle height is at the right place, if your handlebar is at the right reach, can cause a lot of back pain, can cause some knee pain, knee issues. If you look at this bike here, the gentleman over here had specific bike fitting measurements that he provided us, and we are going to make sure that the saddle height, the handlebar reach, the pedals, everything that requires the correct measurements is up to that mark. It also increases your efficiency of riding the bike. It increases the amount of power that you put in when you're pedaling, and obviously it's going to be a comfortable ride. That's the most important part.
And you all will service any bike regardless of where it was purchased?
Absolutely, any bike, and even if it's something that you bought at a sporting goods showroom or a local departmental store, we're more than happy to help you out.
At Middletown Cycling, and we'll actually be here every month because they're one of our partners, and they bring us great information to keep you, let's say, physically fit by getting out on your bike. And of course, if you're going to be on your bike, you want to have the latest in accoutrements, from clothes to wear to shoes. And we're over here today, and we're with Nira, who is one of the owners of Middletown Cycling. So Nira, welcome back to Urban Lifestyles, and tell us some things that's been going on.
We're staying busy, which is a good thing. It's also very cold outside, so we have a lot of customers who come in here who can't really ride their bikes outside. So we have this contraption here This is what they call a smart trainer. You see behind me.
Okay.
My rear wheel is no longer there. We have now fully put the bike on this smart trainer, which the meaning of smart is that it works with different applications, different bike applications,
Okay.
where you can like there's a simulation of different routes that you can pick and choose, but it also, based on the simulation with the app, changes the resistance in the back, which helps you make fit. If you notice, my heart rate's going up.
Right. So it's
Which is the
kind of
point.
like having like a Peloton or something like that, but
Very
you're basically
similar.
creating your own.
Correct. Very similar, but you're riding on your bike that is fitted for you, and then you can take this bike and ride back on the road when the weather gets better.
Okay. So when I'm looking at this that it's mounted on, that looks very, 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 very technical for someone like me who is non-technical. Is that easy for you to assemble and put on your bike at home?
Absolutely. Extremely easy. And even if it were a little bit of an issue, we're here to help you. We would go over everything. It comes with all the adapters necessary, no matter what kind of bike you have. And we'll help you out with it. Very easy.
Okay, so in terms of bike frames and styles, is it a certain frame that it's designed for, or can basically any bike frame fit that?
Any bike frame. It could be a hybrid bike, it could be a road bike, a mountain bike, any bike.
All
It'll
right.
work on it. Yep.
And just seeing that you are a little winded now, so it is a great workout, right?
Yeah, it definitely is, and keeps you in shape throughout the winter, and then you're right back on the road when it's summertime.
Okay, so you really don't miss a beat in terms of transition.
Not at all.
All right, and something else that we were talking about today is I'm seeing here boxes and boxes of shoes, and I see some great bike shoes. So tell us about some of the great deals that you've got on some of these shoes today.
We were lucky enough to get this big selection of road bikes, mountain bikes that if you look at the bottom here, based on the riding that you do, it either comes in a 3-bolt or they're 2-bolt. And they're all on sale for $50.
Oh, wow. That is a great deal. And when someone is looking for a shoe for riding, what are some things that you should be looking for? What makes the perfect shoe?
So a lot of things depends on how much you're riding, how far you're riding, the kind of riding style that you have. These are typically shoes that most people ride when they're riding a road bike.
Okay.
Like this one,
Mm-hmm.
the 2-bolt attachment is mostly for people who ride mountain bikes prefer that.
Okay.
Some people, they ride mountain bikes, they just ride flats. They don't even wear clips. But this is just a style.
Okay. All right. And is it very much different in the style when you're looking at it from a men's shoe to a woman's shoe?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You
And
know,
what are those differences?
basically, it's just the narrowness,
Okay.
the
So
sizing.
is this a woman's?
This is a women's
Okay.
style right here, and something like those lace-ups over there are more men's style. But anybody, some of them are unisex, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So we know we're still early. We're in February.
Yep.
And people are starting to look and think about, I'm going to be getting out riding. And something that I think is very important is finding the right kind of gloves or something. So can you help us with that?
Basically, there are summer gloves, there are winter gloves. Even within winter gloves, there are certain temperatures that they recommend them for. So if you're riding below 32 degrees, or if you're riding, between 60 and 32 degrees. So they all have their benefit of depending on what kind of weather you're riding in. It also depends on whether you want to cover your entire hand when you're going mountain biking. So there's a lot of options, and we can help you through with that.